Insulation helps keep the house cool in summer and warm in winter. Hello my little 7-colored flowers, it's been a while. Today we're reviewing an aerated concrete house. The house is located in Balashika and we will insulate it in 2 layers of 50 each. At the moment, we've installed a 50 by 50 bar for the first layer of insulation. The second layer will be horizontal and the first is vertical. Let's take a look at what kind of house we have here at the moment. We're about to insulate the foundation with 50 mm polystyrene foam. Here's our house. It's pretty big. From this angle you can see we have a balcony. I'll climb up now and show you what's interesting up there. So, in this house there are through gaps at the joints. So, it definitely needs to be insulated because the boiler runs almost non-stop. There's gas here, the house is heated, and we also change clothes in here. It's generally warm in the house, but still, the boiler runs constantly, so it needs to be insulated. The block's density reaches 500. The thickness is 300 ms, that's what we have. We cleaned the foam in some places on all the windows. All of this will need to be insulated from above. Here we have concrete, a slab, and a door like this. That's what everything looks like. We have a similar door. So we have these small gaps here. We'll need to fill them all with foam. Alright, here too we have these little holes here, holes there, and we have some rebar here. But here we can see something interesting, so everything here will be finished. We'll be working on the roof cornices. Accordingly, we'll use metal soffit. Soffit is called drab metal. I recommend everyone use metal soffit. It looks classy. Expensive and classy. So that's how it is, guys. Here we can see the reinforced belt for the mawalat, and here we have a solid wall. So we'll be installing the scaffolding here later. So, regarding the drainage system, some elements are missing. I've ordered everything else and we'll be installing it all. The pipes, the funnels, whatever is missing, we'll install it. Now, about the gas pipe here, look, if you're planning on 50 mm of insulation in your case, you'll need to move the pipe out by 20 cm to leave a gap and make it easier to install the panel. If the insulation is going to be 100 mm thick, make the gap 250 mm, specifically for this pipe from the foundation, not the other one. So here we have rainwater inlets. Everything has been cleaned, cleared, the roofing felt has been trimmed, and we've tidied up in some places. But don't forget, before our arrival, also tidy up, organize, and remove everything from around the house so that everything looks nice. So here, accordingly, we can see and observe. The materials, the panels, have already been delivered here. Planned timber 50 by 50 battens, profile, all the fasteners have also been delivered. Alright guys, we're starting to insulate the foundation. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Subtitles by Dimatorzok, subtitles Dimatorzok, subtitles Dimatorzok, subtitles Dimatorzok. Subtitles by Dimatorzok. Subtitles Dimatorzok here, so we won't have any casings or window trims around the window panels. My task is simple, and subtitles by Dimatorzok, subtitles by Dimatorzok, that way it will be installed. Our foundation uses a 5 cm insulation layer. We used adhesive foam to glue it. Subtitles by Dimatorzok. From another angle, we can observe that the wall where the balcony overhangs is also fully insulated. Subtitles by Dimatorzok. Let's walk around. I'll show you. Now look, the windows here are installed flush with the block accordingly. I covered the foam with insulation and foamed over all of this, meaning I applied adhesive foam and then glued the insulation to the adhesive foam. Also, in the future, if you plan to insulate the facade, it is preferable to install the windows at the edge of the block, that is, flush with the wall surface. So that everything is like that, and as for the material, all the material here is on one side. The insulation has a density of 80 and the timber is planned. So, our drainage system has arrived. The color, subtitles made by Dimatorzok, subtitles made by Dimatorzok, G fascia packed under the soffit. We view from a different angle. Everything is insulated and the gas pipe mount is removed. Subtitles by Dimatorzok, subtitles by Dimatorzok. Subtitles by Dima Torzok. Subtitles made by Dima Torzok. Subtitles by Dima Torzok. We have a balcony here. Our balcony turned out nicely. The drip edges, the foundation is already formed underneath, and we have a certain gap made under the foundation. Subtitles by Dima Torzok. That's how it all turned out here. The soffits, everything is installed. Subtitles made by Dima Torzok will be there too. Here we're also installing embedded parts for the gutters, for the pipes. That's how it is, guys. Here we've also formed the foundation. It's turning out nicely. There will be panels, Facade. The gas pipe was done in this way. Subtitles Dima Torzok. Install the pipes in advance so you don't get these little pockets. It all increases the installation cost. So, here we can see and observe what the result looks like, how it's shaping up, so to speak. The soffit is installed everywhere. It's metal, a good, high-quality material. We can see the window there. We've covered the windows on purpose to protect them from any debris that might fall. Subtitles by Dima Torzok, and as usual, the most difficult window. Subtitles by Dima Torzok. The drip cap fit nicely with the other drip cap. This is how it all looks. But here are the subtitles by Dima Torzok, subtitles by Dima Torzok, subtitles by Dima Torzok, and the level of the balcony. So, the embedded part, we can see it, we observe it. Here, we managed to install it in this format for quite a system. So, subtitles by Dima Torzok, made by Dima Torzok. Subtitles by Dima Torzok, subtitles made by Dima Torzok, subtitles by Dima Torzok. Subtitles by Dima Torzok. Yes, but the second layer is already done. Subtitles by Dimatorzok. Accordingly, in the video the house is insulated in 2 layers of 50 subtitles by Dimatorzok. Subtitles by Dimatorzok. Subtitles by Dimatorzok. Subtitles by Dimatorzok. We are also installing J-Fascia. This is Subtitles by Dimatorzok. Subtitles by Dimatorzok. Subtitles by Dimatorzok. Subtitles Dimatorzok. Subtitles by Dimatorzok. Continued. So, here I also left an opening for a new door, and there's also a hatch installed here. Soffits. So here we also have a gas pipe running along the entire wall. I had to spend some time working with the gas pipe. It was inconvenient to install the panels because of the pipe, so the shorter the pipe, the better. By the way, let's do a little review. Here we'll have paving tiles. We don't have any layout here yet, so here we also have a sloped foundation, meaning I made it with a slope. So here there will be backfill paving tiles. Let me step back a bit and show you the overall view of what we have so far. This is our beautiful house. So here we have a balcony door, a complex window. There was a nuance here. The window frame is higher than the door frame. That's another nuance to consider. We had to somehow even it out. Here you see, we have it like this. By the way, there will also be a veranda added here. That's why the wires are still hanging here. The soffit looks great and the balcony is amazing. We see the continuation, we're observing. So let's move on. Let's take a look. So it's almost 10 o'clock outside and basically it's still kind of dark as we can see. From this angle, what we end up with is the wall, the back one, which faces the yard. We end up with so much trash here. In general, I try to install and upgrade facades mainly in the south and southwest of the Moscow region. That's my priority. If you're interested, call or write. We'll see what we can do, and I might personally install your facade. Starting from point A. By the way, one thing, this house was bought unfinished. The client finished building it and gave the house new life. It's about the drainage system. I suggested this option to the client, to insert the pipe right here so there wouldn't be any splashing. It will be installed there and held in place with a crown bit, cut everything out with a 100mm bit and install the pipes here. The pipes are also Grand Line metal and we are also an official Grand Line dealer. If anyone needs anything, we are located on Novaya Ryazanka. That's why, right in advance. Happy holidays to everyone once again. Here's a New Year's episode for you. Well, I think it will come out after New Year's because I have a lot to do, so I still need to take care of my own things. After which I'll edit the video. That's how I kind of hugged everyone.
Good day on YouTube. I found Dennis's channel and watched it for a long time, probably for about a year. I had different options for finishing and insulating the house, but after watching his work, I realized that this option is the most optimal. It's not enough to just choose the material. You also need to find a skilled and high-quality finishing specialist. That's exactly who I found. Without exaggeration, he's a true craftsman with golden hands. Reach out to him and you'll never regret it. Everything is done neatly, precisely, and professionally, following proper technology. So, really, that's not an exaggeration, it's just stating the facts. So, respect and props to you. Keep it up as you start out in the new city.
So here's the barcode, in case anyone needs it for the city of Balashika.
Balashika, Железнодорожная, Moscow.
Here is Balashika, Железнодорожная, Moscow. Feel free to reach out.